From Neyland Stadium on the campus of the University of Tennessee at Knoxville, it's time for the Southeastern Conference battle between the Florida Gators and the Tennessee Volunteers. Today's game is brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers. For all you do, this Bud's for you. By Mrs. Winter's Restaurants. Hold on to your biscuit. By the Big Orange Ford Dealers of Tennessee. By First Tennessee Bank, the Straight Talk Bank. And by the American General Life Companies, Nashville. It's a beautiful October afternoon for football as Tennessee plays Florida for the first time since 1977. Florida comes in on the strength of a three-game winning streak, the last victory coming last week, 16-0 over Syracuse, just 1 week after Syracuse had upset the nation's #1 team, Nebraska. Florida is coached by interim coach Galen Hall. Their record now 3-1-1. For the Volunteers have coached Johnny Majors in his 8th year. Last week was an open date following the loss in Southeastern Conference play to Auburn at Auburn 2 weeks ago. So it's Tennessee's second conference test. It should be quite a struggle. We hope that you'll enjoy our coverage of this game, Tennessee and Florida. It's coming your way in just 1 minute.
And like a lot of students who come back to college after a few years away, I was a little nervous. One of my first professors was Dr. Bill Bass.
Knoxville, Tennessee, the pride of the Southland band, accompanied by the cheerleaders and some 10,000 helium-filled balloons. And as the balls race onto the field, it's football time in Tennessee. The Florida Gators will be coming into the contest. There you see Hollywood's David Keefe, who's just as much a member of this football team as anybody else. And he's racing onto the field with the coaching staff, with the Volunteers clad in orange jerseys with white numerals. And there you see some of those balloons wafting into the azure sky on a gorgeous October afternoon at Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, Tennessee. There you see the Gators coming in from the south end of the football field, and there you see some of the 94,016 fans on hand for the Southeastern Conference battle. Referee Burleson tosses. Florida has the decision, and Florida has won the toss. 52 for Tennessee, McKenzie, 51 McKenzie. And if you think they look alike, they do. Twin brothers from Knoxville, Austin East. Florida wins the toss, and the Gators elect to receive. Fuad Reves will be kicking off, and back deep will be Hampton to receive the kick. It's a, well, Reves seemed to me as if he slipped and fell, and he sort of knuckleballs one over to the east sideline where it's covered by the Florida Gators at the 30-yard line. At quarterback is KERWIN Bell. He's a freshman, a walk-on. He was the 5th quarterback on the team at the end of spring practice. He's now the starter. Tailback. Oh, that's Andrews. He's met and stopped by the left side of the Tennessee line, 51 McKenzie, and Zander 45. Gain on the play, maybe a couple yards, so it's got to be 2nd down and 8. There you see Andrews behind the blocking of Williams, and there's Reggie McKenzie. Gain of 2, 0-0 the score, game just getting underway. The Volunteers, the Gators. Florida's colors orange and blue. They're wearing white jerseys with orange numerals trimmed in navy blue. In motion, that's Hampton. Fumble, scramble. KERWIN Bell has pounced upon the ball to save possession. As he took the snap from All-American center Bromley, he juggled it, but alertly fell on the ball to save it. There you see the ball bouncing around, and he cradles it, plays it rather well, in fact, to protect possession, but it's 3rd down long for the Gators. Bell, Hampton, gets outside, turns the corner, Reggie McKenzie and Clark. Stopping him short of the 1st down. Tommy Sims. He's been out with an injury, returning to action. 26 is Clark. And here is the punt. Criswell, fine punter. Benton, ball, scramble. Florida had 3 men on the ball. Wait a minute, it's still squirting free. Let's see who ends up with the football. Tennessee has recovered the fumble. Benton received the punt, and Dale Jones, number 54, let's see right here. You have to give a man 3 yards to receive the punt. There is no flag on the play, and that's the reason you hear the booing in the background. Billett looks as if he has absolute possession, but the ball squirted free, and Tennessee's got it. 0-0 to score. Robinson, Johnny Jones, and Jones is stopped after a gain of maybe a yard. Tennessee nothing, Florida nothing. Robinson, the quarterback. The center is Raleigh McKenzie. B.B. Cooper, the fullback. Play action, Robinson. Will run. He's got 5. He's got 6. He's got 10. He's got 12. He's got a first down. Tony Robinson skips forward for 13 yards in a first. And the Volunteers have the ball. Here you see Robinson. He's looking to throw. Now he picks up his second target. He too is covered. So Robinson, at 6'4", a junior from Tallahassee, Florida, digs out a first down. 0-0, but Tennessee has moved for the first down of the football game. As Robinson sets his team, you see the tight end left. Robinson is obviously checking off as Florida moves its defense around. Robinson flips, complete. McGee, 40. McGee, 45. Shoved out of bounds. Tim McGee, the leading receiver on the Tennessee team, came into the game with 16 catches. He goes to work there on Williams, and Tennessee will have it 2nd down short. Jones. Through the left side, Johnny Jones, a senior from Munford, Tennessee. The first Volunteer ever to gain 1,000 yards or more in a single season rushing. And he's over the 500 mark already this year. 1st and 10 for Tennessee. Robinson for the Vols. Robinson pass downfield. The man is there. Complete. McGee. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Big Island. Robinson, there's that pump fake, and that throws the cornerback, and then McGee just ran off and left him. He's all by himself, and this is Tim McGee. Third look at this 52-yard touchdown pass, and he is at least 10 yards beyond anybody, and what did it was the combination of Robinson's pump fake, and then McGee just took out. Reves for the extra point. It's up. There's time out on the field with a score. Tennessee 7, Florida nothing. Let's move the football. It's 3rd down long. Man in motion will be Hampton. Back to throw. Bell. Pass. Complete. Breaking free. Neal. Neal comes wide open. 10, 5. Touchdown, Florida. Neal, a big play player all year, splits the defenders. Look right here. Right between 2 Vols, and he's wide open. Benton gives chase, but Neal has the speed, and Florida pulls within a point. A 3rd look. And Neal goes all the way. So Florida will have Raymond to attempt the tying extra point. It's up, and it is good. So Florida comes with a big play. Tennessee scored on a 52-yard pass, and this pass officially registered at 50 yards from Kerwin Bell to Neal. And so now Florida will kick off. 9:47 to go, still in the first quarter of this football game. A beautiful day, a beautiful stadium as you're looking toward the south end of the football field. And here's the kick. Tennessee lets the ball bounce, and it bounced maybe a foot inside the back line. So it will be Tennessee putting the ball in play. 1st down and 10 to go at the 20-yard line. If the ball goes past that end line on the fly, the receiving team gets it at the 30. If it bounces through at the 20. 7-7. Jones. Met and shoved back. His forward progress got him out to about the 22-yard line. Johnny Jones. And you can see, here's a second look at Jones cutting back up inside. And the boos you hear really coming about because they spot the ball back at the 20. The official ruling that his forward progress did not get him to the 22. Robinson to throw. Pass complete. Pulled down by Eric Swanson, the junior college transfer from San Bernardino, California. He rattles forward for a gain of, about 6 yards. So Tennessee will have it third down, something like 4 to go. Here comes Swanson out. Tennessee lines up with the I formation. Delay. Robinson passes complete. B.B. Cooper 30. Cooper 35. Cooper shoved out of bounds. Almost running over the fleeing coach Johnny Majors. But it's B.B. Cooper, 5'8", senior, Huntsville, Alabama. A second look as Robinson throws against the momentum of his body. But that showed you the strength of the arm. And here you see the fine reception by B.B. Cooper. Tennessee's got a first down. 7-7 the score, first quarter. Robinson, crisscross Jones, maybe 2. Ducart is a tackle in there, and a fine one, as Florida has a big front, both offensively and defensively. In their offensive line, 278, 279, 254, 305, 274. Defensively, big and quick. Robinson, delay, play action, pass, complete. Yanked down by Jeff Smith. Jeff Smith from Robinson makes the catch and struggles for the first down, running a little hook pattern. Tennessee continues the drive. 7-7 the score. First quarter at midfield. Big hole, Howard, 40. Howard carries the ball down to the 35 and is finally rolled down by Williams as he gets inside the 35-yard line. Well, that attests to the fact that the Florida defense is really keying on Johnny Jones, plus the fact that Tennessee got some excellent blocking up front. And power running by William Howard, a freshman from Lima, Ohio. First and 10 for the Volunteers. It's 7-7, but Tennessee is moving with the ball. The ball scored in their first possession. The touchdown coming on a 52-yard pass from Robinson to McGee. Now Tennessee has the ball at the 34-yard line of the Gators. Misdirection play, and Robinson, seeing his running backs going to the right, he was rolling out to the left. Mix-up, obviously. And Robinson, who has missed one game already because of an injury and played hurt against Auburn, just downs the ball for a loss. Second down and something like 14 yards to go for the Vols. Robinson pumps, fakes, fades, rolls right, will run. Robinson, 40. Skips out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. He came once more, that time with the pump fake, tried to shake somebody free. There you see the fake on the screen. Another fake deep. Now he looks back, as you see, for his primary receiver. But McGee down the west sideline was covered. So here's Robinson running. And he skirts the right side out of bounds. Third down. Here's the blitz. Robinson escapes. Robinson throws. It's complete. That's Jeff Smith. Another near perfect route by Jeff Smith. He went just 1 yard past. There's beautiful escape there by Robinson. Throwing on the move, and you see that Smith went downfield just enough for the first down, and he has it. Fine catch by Smith. His second reception in this drive. 7-7 the score, as Tennessee has moved deep and deep into Florida territory. Robinson brings his team up, using a timeout as the play clock was counting away. He took a glimpse at Saw. Robinson pump, Robinson throws, incomplete. That was McGee, the intended receiver, who was running more or less a reverse cut on a post pattern, and the pass was beyond and over his head and out of bounds. Still in the first quarter, and it's 7-7. Tennessee at the 24-yard line of the Gators. Robinson. The pass is complete. Tim McGee. A gain of 11 yards on that play, down to the 13-yard strike. Play action. Good reaction by Johnny Jones, and a fine catch under pressure by McGee. He got it to the 13-yard line, where Tennessee will have it, moving toward the north end of the football field. In the background, you saw the innovation, the Diamond Vision giant TV screen at the north end. Well, another busted play. Tennessee's Robinson comes out, moves the wrong way, and there appeared as if there might be some movement in the line on the right. Not so, and so it'll be for Tennessee, second down and long. 7-7 the score. Robinson sees that defense shift from a four-man line to a five, and he checks off. Now Robinson facing a blitz, loops the pass for McGee, but it's overthrown and incomplete. McGee going deep, and Tennessee is faced with third down long. 7-7. The Volunteers at the 15-yard line. Robinson, here's the blitz. Dumps the pass. It's pulled down by Swanson. At the 10, struggles down to about the 7-yard line, but he needed to get to the 3. Eric Swanson making his second catch, and an excellent effort after making the grab, but he stumbled down. Let's take a second look. Robinson looked for McGee first, now throws the ball to Swanson. And here you see him getting it at the 10. Runs through that arm tackle, struggling, trying to work the ball for the first down. On the play, Tennessee was guilty of holding anyway, but Florida elects to decline the penalty. It will be fourth down, and Reves will be in to attempt the field goal. It is good. So Tennessee, which led 7-0, then was tied 7-7 in its second possession, moves downfield. 71 yards, 14 plays, and the Vols lead with 4 minutes and 1 second to go in the first quarter by a score of 10-7. Reves will be kicking off. Here's the kick. It's high, end over end, and long, and it is taken and will be down by roll of Florida. And so the Gators will have it, trailing 10-7 at the 20-yard line, first down 10. The tailback gets the feed to the outside with the ball. He's got it at the 35, to the 40, breaks free, racing down the far sideline. This is going to be Anderson, 80 yards for a Florida touchdown. The Florida Gators, a big play team all year. And here you see Anderson getting a block there from Big Brown. Now he gets to the corner and turns on the speed. Clark chasing, couldn't get him. Benton also had a slight angle, but then it's just the sheer speed of Anderson, 80 yards. A diving attempt by Creamer at the last, not nearly enough. And Florida goes on top of Tennessee in an 80-yard burst, 13 seconds after Tennessee got the field goal. Now Florida will be attempting the extra point. It's up, it is blocked. There's time out on the field with the score, Florida 13, Tennessee 10. Gators kick off, and Tennessee's move for the football. Big offensive show on both sides, and Tennessee now will have it second down, about 12 yards to go, deep in Florida territory, mark it at the 24-yard line. Robinson, handoff Jones, and he gets only a yard. Well played. On the outside, defensively, that's Alonzo Johnson. Very strong defensive player. There you see Jones, and Johnson was able to slide along the line. Tennessee had a little opening there that Jones might have gone for more yardage. As it is, it's third down. Play action. Robinson, pass is incomplete. It was caught, but the official rules that McGee did not have possession with his feet in bounds. He had his feet in bounds as the ball got there, but he did not have possession. And so here is Gervais to attempt a field goal at 40 yards. Could tie the game. You'll see it from the end zone, end over end, and it is good. Tennessee, 57 yards, 11 plays. And the score is now 13-13. The Volunteers and the Gators. Tennessee defensively making some adjustments in its front line with McKenzie, Brown, Zander, Miller, Lavoisier, Fisher, Duncan, and Jones. Here's the end-over-end kick coming downfield, and it is downed by Natil in the end zone. Beautiful shot. And you saw the blue sky we were talking about a little while ago. It's a gorgeous day in Knoxville. The ball's in a four-man line defensively. Florida in a tie game again. Slashing forward comes Hampton. And Hampton gets right at 5 yards from the 20 to the 25-yard line. A second look. You'll see the quick feet and balance. Florida has outstanding talent at running backs, 3 of them at least. Williams, Anderson, you saw him go for 80 yards, and now Hampton's in there. Breaking to the outside, this is Williams. It's Williams, shoved out of bounds. Well, you saw the difference in the set. They brought the tailback, in essence, to be a wingback. And Williams moved outside of him, got his block. You'll see it right here. See, there he's blocked on the tackle, and then to the outside, eluding Jones. And it's Charles Davis who had a hand on him and finally forced out of bounds by Zander. First down for the Gators. 18-yard run by Williams. Hampton breaks a tackle, cuts back, moves past midfield, and powers forward for a gain of 9 yards on the play. Second down, a yard to go. 13-13 the score. Kerwin Bell at quarterback. Hampton still running. This time a 15-yard pickup, and it's a first down. A second look at the run by Hampton. Lorenzo Hampton. 42, Joe Cofer. One of the players there, but Florida, which saw Tennessee tie a moment ago on the 40-yard field goal, is coming right back. They've got it in a 13-13 game deep in Tennessee territory. Bell handoff, well played. Dale Jones. They came with that same wingback set to the left side. And it was Dale Jones cutting up inside of the block there, making the stop. Fine play for the Cleveland sophomore. A loss in the play. It'll be second down and 11. Back to the I formation. And Hampton cuts back to the interior, picked up 2, maybe 3 yards. And it's got to be third down, 8 yards to go. Tennessee 13, Florida 13. Second quarter. Big third down play for Florida. Pitch Hampton. Hampton is hit and dropped for a loss. That's Lavoisier Fisher, number 40. -3. It's fourth down upcoming. Here you'll see Fisher coming from, look, filling the gap right there, making the stop. So Florida's going to try a field goal. Perkins will be in to attempt this field goal. He has kicked one for 60 yards this year. And this is going to be a 51-yard try by Perkins. Florida has 2 punters, and Florida has 2 field goal kickers. This Chris Perkins, the long field goal kicker. It's up, it's end over end, and it is good. There's time on the field with the score. Florida 13, Florida 16, Tennessee 13. The 51-yard field goal. Florida thwarts Tennessee offensively, first forcing Colquitt to punt the ball for the first time, and now the Gators have moved with it into Tennessee territory. This time the handoff goes to Hampton, and he comes right up the middle for 7 yards and a first down. Lorenzo Hampton. Beautiful blocking. Good recovery by Tennessee's linebackers and also by the safety man coming up. I didn't catch exactly who that was. Anyway, Florida has the ball, leading 16-13. Bell. Anderson. Somersaulted down. Submarining through to make the stop on him was Tennessee's Reggie McKenzie. There's the pitch. There you see McKenzie fighting off a blocker and submarining through to make the stop. Gain of 1. 2nd and 9. Florida 16, Tennessee 13. Misdirection, Bell. Pass complete. Bell throws the pass. That's Williams, who came out of the backfield. Bell, with good protection, now rips the pass, and here's the fullback, John L. Williams, who makes the catch. Dale Jones and Joe Cofer make the stop, but Florida has moved for 8 yards. 16-13. The Gators break the huddle. Florida on top. 3-1-1. Tennessee 2-1-1. Southeastern Conference meeting. Hampton struggling forward. Needed a yard, and I think he got it. This is the first time these two teams have met since 1977, Coach Johnny Major's first year, when Florida won 27-17 at Gainesville. The pitch. That will be Hampton again. On the first down try, he got maybe a yard or two, so it's 2nd down upcoming. Nearing the end of the first half, Florida leads by 3. Anderson in motion. Bell to throw. Deflected down. 51, that's McKenzie. McKenzie with hands up, putting the pressure on and swatting it down as Bell's pass goes incomplete. A second look, there you see Reggie McKenzie. Deflecting the ball, and Florida comes to the line. 3rd down, leading by 3. Man in motion, roll. Reverse. This will be Natil all by himself. 10, 5, into the end zone. Touchdown for the Gators. So Florida executes the reverse perfectly. They sent the man in motion to the strong side. Now the pitch goes, and there's the give, and Natil cutting back against the flow of Tennessee's pursuit. Jones makes a struggling effort, but he barely gets his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And Florida will go up by a score of 22-13, as we'll be seeing the extra point attempts coming up right now. Raymond will be trying for the extra point. The kick is good. Florida 23-13 as the first half comes to a close. We'll be back with halftime comments in just time with the UT Concert Choir. If you like offense, you've seen it. 276 yards for Florida, 220 yards for Tennessee. Total offense right at 600 yards in the first half. Right now, 10 seconds for station identification. This is the UTV Network.
Survey says it's irresistible. Join host Richard Dawson each afternoon as the families battle it out on Family Feud. Weekdays at 5:30 right here on TV 12.
The UT Concert Choir with God Bless the USA and a stirring halftime performance with the Pride of the Southland Band. Tennessee and Florida with the Gators leading by 10 points at the end of the first half. We'll be back with the second half in just 1 minute. Leads by 10. The Gators have received a punt. Now it's going to be 2nd down and 9 yards to go at the 19. Bell back to pass. Downfield, it is intercepted. Tennessee, that's Creamer. Creamer running down the far sideline. He might have stepped out of bounds back upfield. He's the freshman from Baltimore, Maryland, Andre Creamer. C-R-E-A-M-E-R, pronounced Creamer. That's the way Andre pronounces it. So who are we to differ? Let's take a second look. Bell. And what Creamer break on the ball beautifully. Great effort. Now let's watch. He stepped right there on the sideline. Andre Creamer in Tennessee's an excellent field position, trailing by a score of 23-13. Turnover. That's the 6th pass Florida has had intercepted this year. Tennessee in the I formation. Howard spinning, churning, driving. Gets about 4 yards. Make it 5 from the 37 to the 32-yard line of the Gators. Tennessee will have it 2nd down and 5. Tony Robinson from Tallahassee, Florida, junior quarterback at 6'4". Howard, Jones, pitch, Jones. He's got a first down as he bangs his way forward. And the Volunteers will have it first down and 10 to go. Spot the ball at the 25-yard line of Florida. Robinson gets the end to commit, makes the pitch, and Jones is really belted down by the linebacker, but the Volunteers have a first down. Tennessee trailing 23-13 in the third quarter of the game at Knoxville. Howard, not much there this time. William Howard is met as he churns up the middle by the middle of that Florida line, including their fine middle guard Newton at 285 pounds. Second down, Tennessee, still 10 yards to go. Robinson setting up, looking, waiting, passing. It is complete. That's William Howard who makes the catch. Short of a first down, however. Todd Upton, number 70, over to greet the freshman receiver and fullback. Tennessee will have it third down and right at 3 yards to go. Big play for the Volunteers. Trailing by 10. Pitch, Jones in the corner. Turns, knocked down. Great defensive effort. That's Wilson. Williams it is on the outside, coming up from his cornerback position. And the fans are shouting for Tennessee to go for a first down. I said Jones, that's 32, Wilson. Charles Wilson carried the ball, and it was he who was knocked down about 1.5 yards short. So Reves is coming in to attempt the field goal. It could cut it down to 10. The field goal is in the air, and the field goal by Fuad Reves is perfect, as you see. So the Volunteers carve the gap down to 23-16. Reves with his third field goal. On the year, he is now 9 of 10. You're looking past the south end zone stands as Reves sets up to kick off. And deep will be NEAL. Also back there, roll for the Gators, and there's the kick. He's angling it toward the west side. It's taken. That's NEAL. He can fly. He gets the ball back upfield, and so the Gators will go once more on offense. First and 10 at the Florida 23-yard line. A second look. NEAL 3 yards behind the goal line. 5, 10, 15, 20. Knocked down at the 23-yard line. Florida first down 10, leading by a score of 23-16. Bell at quarterback. Handoff. Up the middle. Fumble. Scramble for the ball. I think Sims has it. I believe Tennessee's recovered the ball. Sims was there, so was Charles Davis. It might have been Davis who ends up with it. Let's see who makes the stick. That's Sander, who wrestles the ball free. 22 is Davis. 16 is Sims. And one of the two come up. It's Davis who ends up with possession. And Tennessee sees Florida have its second turnover in 2 plays. And the Volunteer defense gives the Tennessee offense excellent field position. The Vols will have it first down and 10 at the 31-yard line of the Gators, trailing by a score of 23-16. Johnny Jones, 30. Johnny Jones fights his way for 5 yards down to the 26-yard line. Jones now in 10 carries has picked up 40 yards in the game. Tough going against a rugged Gator forward wall, and they're keying on Jones. Robinson, the pass is complete. B.B. Cooper picks up 4 yards. A second look. Robinson looking deep for McGee. Now it comes into the flat, and there you see B.B. Cooper jolted out of bounds, and Tennessee will have it a yard short of a first. Some of the defensive players, that's Darren Miller and Jim Duncan, and they're looking there momentarily at least at diamond vision, and they see themselves on TV. Third down a yard. Hendricks in motion. Johnny Jones to the outside, fights his way. I think he got a first down. Johnny Jones carrying the ball down for a first down and 10 to go. First down number 17 for the Volunteers in this game. Florida with the 5-man front. Tennessee trails by 7. Jones gets a block from Howard and struggles for maybe 2 yards. Shoved out of bounds as he gets downfield inside the 15-yard line. You'll see the blocking. You'll see the pursuit, the quickness. Armstrong is that linebacker who knocks Jones out of bounds. Second down for the Volunteers. Robinson at quarterback. 2 tight ends in the game for the Volunteers. Johnny Jones, 15. Jones, 10. Jones, 5. Jones fights his way, fumbles the football, and it has been recovered by Florida, stopping the Tennessee drive. Jones, with extra effort for extra yardage, fumbles the football, and the Gators have it. Jeff Smith is there battling, trying to wrestle it away, but Florida comes out of there with the football. A second look. Johnny Jones. Beautiful running. Extending the body, and there's the hit on the ball. He struggles to hold on to it, can't do it. So there's time out of the field with the score. Florida 23, Tennessee 16. At the south end come alive as they've seen their hopes go a glimmering for a touchdown with the fumble recovered by Florida. Now the Gators, as you see them, lining up. Ball at the Florida 3-yard line. Florida leading by 7 points. Williams, the fullback, crashes over right guard and moves the ball outside the 5. Florida has an outstanding kicking game. They have 2 punters, a long punter averaging 48 yards per punt, then a pooch punter who usually punts when the ball is on the plus side of the 50-yard line. This again is Williams. And Williams, the fullback, wedging it forward, trying to get it out for first down yardage and set up a little better field position for the punt. But there's Darren Miller fighting off a blocker. And then coming in to help out will be Dale Jones. Third down. And right at 4.5 yards to go. Florida with the football. Pitch. He did not make it. Carrying the ball was Williams, circling the left side of the line. Zander, 45, Fisher, 40, Sims, number 16, all over there helping. Brown, number 98. Here you see the run by Williams, and stringing out the picket line, Dale Jones, the sophomore from Cleveland, forces him out of bounds, and it's 4th down. At the 11-yard line, and the Gators will insert their punter, and this will be Criswell, who is averaging 48 yards a punt. From the end zone, soars a high spiral. Benton giving ground, and he is dropped for -3 on the punt return. Beautiful punt of 48 yards from the end zone by Criswell, and as Benton took a wide, deep swath trying to get to the wall, he's knocked down. Tennessee trailing 23-16 with the ball. Twisting forward for the Volunteers. This will be Johnny Jones. He gets right at 3 yards on the play. And it will be 2nd down and 7. Florida leading in the 3rd quarter, 23-16. Robinson pumps the pass. It is almost intercepted. That was Sebald breaking on the ball. Sebald started this year as the number 2 quarterback when fall practice got underway behind Dormady. Then there were 2 more Florida quarterbacks who went out, and Sebald was shifted to defense, and that's how Kerwin Bell, who started number 5 on the list, is now operating as the number 1 quarterback and doing quite well indeed. Robinson's pass is juggled, and again, Florida had a defender breaking, hoping to intercept that one on the ricochet. Not to be, however. And so it will be Tennessee's Colton punting, and Natil asks for and makes a fair catch. So Florida does quite well on the exchange of punts, picking up right at 20 yards on the exchange, to be exact, as up to the line they come. This will be Bell at quarterback. Florida 23, Tennessee 16. Crisscross handoff. Anderson got a couple. Number 1 is Andre Kramer. Number 45 is Xander. Kramer, actually. 2nd and 9. Bell, pump, pass, almost intercepted by number 22, free safety, Charles Davis. It's almost the identical play on which Kramer intercepted the pass earlier. Let's take a second look. Bell throwing. There's Davis breaking. Barely misreading the flight of the ball. Had he been able to make the interception, he might have gone a long, long way. So Florida's got the ball at the 24. Bell sets up. Screen pass complete. 25, 30, 35, 40. That's Williams carrying the ball. Excellent third down play by Florida. The Tennessee defense has been stopping Florida, and Florida has been stopping itself with turnovers. But now the Gators break out on a third down play to John L. Williams on a screen. Great movement by the fullback. A gain on the play of 21 yards, and it will be first down. Florida has the ball at the 46-yard line. Spinning, churning, driving forward. This will be Anderson. And Anderson carries the ball to the Volunteer 44-yard line. In 14 carries, he's now gained 129 yards, and he barely picks up first down number 12 for the Gators. Tennessee to this point has 17, but Florida leads by 7. Bell, play action, sets, pass, complete. It was yanked out of the air by Corlew, who's come on at fullback, replacing Williams. Picks up 5 yards on the play, and it will be second down. A second look. Bell, Corlew, Cofer. Second down, 5 yards to go. Anderson twisting, turning, ridden down by 54 Dale Jones, initially slowed by Duncan. A pickup of 6 yards. Anderson's aggregate is now 135 yards in 15 plays. Nearing the end of the third quarter, Florida leads. This will be Anderson. Oh, he's batted down for a loss of 2 yards. A second look. Lavoisier Fisher battles up there, but it's Sims who makes the somersaulting stop of the tailback. There's timeout on the field with the score, Florida 23, Tennessee 16. Goal 26-16. The Gators stop the Volunteers, move with the ball again, and here's Raymond to attempt yet another field goal. And this one is up, and the field goal by Raymond is good. So in the fourth period, the score is Florida 29, Tennessee 16, a 13-point difference. And it's Raymond first with a 42-yard field goal. This one just made is good for 40 yards. The Florida kickoff team has been causing Tennessee problems. Perkins, who is a great field goal kicker, is angling the kick. This will be McDaniel. And McDaniel this time races back upfield with the kickoff return. And the Volunteers will have it first down and 10 to go. And let's see where it's spotted. Looks to be about the 15-yard line. Tony Robinson has gone all the way at quarterback for the Vols. He brings his team to the line, now trailing 29-16. Robinson, screen pass, complete. McGee breaks a tackle. McGee, 20. McGee fights out close to a first down. Needed to get to the 25. It's going to be second down about a yard. Tim McGee. Very nice move right here. A nice move right there, and he's ridden down. Florida by 13. Tennessee battling in the fourth quarter. Plenty of offense in this game. It could go past 1,000 yards total yardage on both sides. Johnny Jones, 25, 30, 35, 40, 42-yard line. Johnny Jones scampers for 18 yards. And that gives him a total of 80 yards in this game. The blocking, there's the cutback. Johnny Jones into the secondary, turns it on. Cuts to the outside, uses the stiff arm, but is ridden down. by Stacy. Tennessee first down 10 at the Volunteer 42-yard line. Robinson will throw. Screen pass near side McGee. 45, 50. McGee spins his way for what appears to be another Tennessee first down. It's good for a little over 10 yards on the play. First down number 18 for the Volunteers. Tim McGee with the catch. Play action fake to Jones. Robinson rifles it. McGee makes the catch. A little move, twisting to the inside. Struggling for a first down. First and 10 for Tennessee. The Volunteers trailing by 13, but moving with the ball. Back to throw Robinson. Long pass toward the end zone. Looking for CLINKSCALES. Touchdown, Big Orange. Robinson sets up. CLINKSCALES man-to-man. There might be a bump right here. We'll see. CLINKSCALES following the ball. Look, it's coming over his shoulder. He's bumped right there. He keeps his eyes on the ball and makes a sensational catch. Joey CLINKSCALES. Over the shoulder grab, and Tennessee is back in the game. Reves will be attempting the extra point. The kick in the air is gone. Florida's lead is now 29-23. That touchdown drive, 85 yards in 4 plays. The big one coming on a 52-yard pass from Robinson to CLINKSCALES. The second touchdown pass of the game, the second of 52 yards by Tony Robinson. The first one to McGee, this one to CLINKSCALES. And here's Reves, the kickoff. Florida will down the ball in the end zone, and the Gators will put it in play. First down and 10 to go at the Florida 20-yard line. The predominantly Tennessee cheering section at Neyland Stadium shouting defense right now. Florida. Slashing left. That's Anderson, who is now gone at right at 175 yards rushing. That's a 5-yard pickup. Second down and 5. Anderson again. Dive. Stopped. 64, that's Steve Douglas. 51, that's McKenzie. 45, Sanders. 40, Fisher. Watch Tennessee's linebackers converge. And he stopped. Third down. Right at 5 yards to go. 29-23 the score. Florida with the ball. Back to throw. Bell. Pass complete. That's Williams. 25, 30, 35, 40. Williams on his feet. Racing into Tennessee territory. Along the far side, it's Kramer who horse collars him down. But John L. Williams goes 59 yards on the pass and run. And let's take a second look. A big play team. How many times have we said that? But Florida shows you as John L. Williams gets to the outside, runs through a blocking drive by Sims, 235 pounds, chased by Xander. Kramer able to catch him and rolled him down, but Florida, which saw Tennessee fall within 6, right back in business. First down. That's the 16th first down of the game for the Gators. They have the ball at the Tennessee 15-yard line. That's Richard Cooper, number 77, stacking up the runner. In this case, it was Anderson. Slashing straight ahead. Cooper makes the stop. A gain on the play of right at 2 yards to the 13-yard line. Florida leads Tennessee by a score of 29-23. Fourth period, the fans standing, hoping for some big play. Back to throw. This is Florida's Bell. Touchdown! Bell to Ray McDonald. And Florida stops Tennessee's surge marching downfield 80 yards this time in 4 plays. And there's the touchdown to McDonald, running a post route to the middle after a combination pattern to the right side. Now you'll see Bell, and you'll see coming in between the crease. That was McDonald. So Florida builds its lead once more to 12 points, and here to attempt the extra point will be Raymond. The kick is up, and it's good. There's time out on the field with the score, Florida 36, Tennessee 23. Fourth period, Florida leads Tennessee by 13, but the Volunteers are battling here in the final quarter. Robinson on second down. Handoff goes, and through the right side on the delay. Tennessee picks up yardage. A second look at this run by Johnny Jones. A gain on the play right at 9 yards. Many of the fans beginning to file away, but Tennessee battling on the field, trailing by a score of 36-23. Robinson, keeper, 45. Robinson 40. Robinson upended near the 36-yard line of the Gators. So Tony Robinson skips for 14 yards and another first down, the 23rd in the game for the Volunteers. There you see Robinson on the option, thought about the pitch to Jones, saw the chasm open up, dashes downfield for a gain of 14. 7 carries, 18 yards net for Robinson. Tennessee trails, fourth period. Robinson looking, waiting, throwing. It's complete. That's Johnny Jones who makes the catch. Pickup of 7 yards on that play. Jones, one of the leaders in all-purpose offense, both running and pass receiving in the conference and in the nation as well. Here's Robinson. Here's the pass. It's complete. That's Clark. Vince Clark, a freshman from Nashville, who's in as a receiver and makes a fine move, dancing out of bounds. Let's take a second look. Florida in something of a prevent defense, not putting too much rush on Robinson. And it's Vince Carter who made the catch. I don't know what I said. I might have said Vince Clark. It was Carter who made the catch, obviously. Robinson to throw. And this catch is made by Jeff Smith as Tennessee keeps the drive alive. Smith. Another reception for Smith in this football game. The ball's lining up. Final minutes of this football game. Florida leading Tennessee 36-23. Robinson for Tennessee. Pass is deflected down. That was Johnson who got his hands up to bat it down. And so it will be for Tennessee. The clock stopped in the final minutes of play. Robinson, his team in the I formation. Pitch, Jones in the corner. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give him 6. Touchdown, Johnny Jones. Robinson, that sidearm pitch to Jones. Watch this little move right there. Beautiful move by Jones, scampering into the end zone. Carter was downfield blocking for Tennessee. And Reves will come on, and Tennessee's pulled within 7. Still time for an onside kick try. Holding will be Sells. The extra point by Reves is up, and it is good. Florida 36, Tennessee 30, 1:44 thereabouts to go in the football game. So the Volunteers will have a chance for an onside kick, and you can rest assured that Florida will have a lot of receivers and backs up in that front line for this onside kick. There you see Tennessee shifting. Here comes Reves. A bounder. That's a nice kick. It is pulled down by Odom. He's breaking, and finally it's Kramer. It's Andre Kramer who catches him from behind and rolls him down. And Odom, the tight end, about a step away from returning that kickoff for a touchdown. But Tennessee stops him. Florida does indeed have possession. Let's take a second look. You see, Reveiz actually kicks down on the ball. So it takes a high skip. There's Odom into the air to pull it down. And Florida has the ball at the 38-yard line. Tennessee trails by a score of 36-30, hoping for a turnover. The handoff this time for Florida goes to the sure-handed Anderson. He bangs the right side of the line. And then a little altercation of sorts. Let's see what the ruling is. Face mask on the offensive team. Very unusual. It occurred after the ball was dead. So it's second down for the Gators. Handoff will go. With the football, this is Williams. Runs out of room, cuts back to the near side, comes open. This is John L. Williams. He has the ball 25-20. Down to the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Florida. John L. Williams turns nothing into a 47-yard scamper. 94 yards for him unofficially in the game. You'll see that Tennessee hasn't clogged up over here. But Williams stays paralleling the line, running back the other way as he reverses his field, picks up a blocker downfield. That's Neal. And then 235 pounds speeding along the west sideline into the end zone, and Florida scores again. The extra point will make it 43-30 for the Gators as Florida heads for its second Southeastern Conference win, and Tennessee loses its second SEC contest. We'll be back to talk with Coach Johnny Majors in just 1 minute.
Years after an exciting game with Florida, Coach, a game of big plays all day long.
An awful lot of big plays. I don't know when I've seen a game with as many big plays by both teams. Of course, a couple of the Alabama games we've played in a couple of years had a lot of big plays and long runs and long passes. Florida has tremendous speed and a great bunch of athletes, and an outstanding defense, offense, and terrific kicking. Big plays both ways, and I frankly am very proud of our team because they never quit fighting. They fought back. Our defense gave up a lot of yardage. They gave up some very critical big plays and touchdowns. They gave us a chance to get back in the ball game in the third quarter. We got 2 turnovers, a fumble, and an interception, and our fumble going in on a 3 after good work by our offense in the first half, and apparently good work at that time and good work later on by them. Our offense never quit. They kept coming back, and our defense looked much better in the third quarter, and I think that was one of the big plays in the ball game, but certainly wasn't the only play in the ball game. It was costly. I'm very proud of the effort. If we can get that type of effort with a patchwork group on defense and continue to move the ball on offense, we've got a chance to win some ball games the rest of the season.
Looked like Florida had the game pretty well in control, but then Tony Robinson teams up with Joey CLINKSCALES just on a great catch that got Tennessee close again.
That was a great throw. We had rather good pass protection during the course of the day most of the time. Thought Tony did some awfully good work, and that was a fantastic throw. And one of the fine catches I've seen in many days. The defender looked like bumped Joey, and as he regained his balance, Joey caught the ball right over his head, and that's a very difficult catch to make. I thought tremendous execution by our offense, particularly by Robinson and also Joey.
So that made the score Tennessee trailing Florida 36-30. You had Florida stopped. It would seem like it was 3rd and long, and all of a sudden Williams breaks the big play of the game.
Yeah, here's Williams and Hampton, and also number 27, Neal Anderson, are all fantastic athletes. So I tell you, there's something. And the big plays hurt us. We were hustling to the ball, and apparently on 2 or 3 occasions the pursuit overran the ball and really hurt us on a couple of the long plays they made.
I guess if you would have, before the game, told you that Tennessee was going to score 30 points, you had to feel pretty good about that.
Yes, awfully well, awfully good, because Florida has an outstanding defense, in my opinion, and we moved the ball probably better than anybody that's played against them this year, and knowing that our defense has problems and we're a patchwork group right now, we knew a big load was going to be carried by the offense. And I think they made 17 first downs the first half, I believe our offense did, and that was by far more than you could probably anticipate against a fine defensive team like Florida.
But it was not exactly a defensive struggle today. Both teams were able to move the ball.
Oh, no. Both teams, our offense did some very good things offensively. With 1 turnover the last of the ball game I didn't like, but the ball game was certainly out of hand with 4 seconds to go. But the fumble going in was very critical. Otherwise, we played a rather mistake-free ball game on the offensive side of the line of scrimmage.
What about the injury situation? Any things to talk about there? you know,
I
right
saw
now?
several people come off the field. Bruce Garrett is on crutches right now, and Tony Williams was in street clothes, hurt his shoulder. And Andre Kramer, who made an outstanding interception, hurt his shoulder, and I don't know. We've had quite a few injuries each week, and I won't know till Sunday or Monday what the results are from this past game.
Next week, a game every Tennessee fan and every Alabama fan looks for. The Crimson Tide comes to Knoxville.
We've got to patch up and try to get the trainer busy and double timing it to try to get everybody well we can. And if we can play with the spirit we played with a lot of times today, we've got a chance to win several ball games the rest of the season. And I'm proud of the effort, but we've got to correct some of our mistakes. Alabama's a big one. We've got to put this one behind us now, which is the normal thing to say, but I mean it. And I'm certainly not going to get on our players real bad if they hustle. And I think we gave an effort.
Coach Majors, thanks for your time. Good luck against Alabama next week.
Thank you, Bob. We'll need good luck, and we hope we have a better spirit and as good a spirit as we had today and some better execution and awful hard play.
Thanks. Coach Johnny Majors of the Volunteers after Tennessee's game with the Florida Gators. Back to talk with players in just a moment. Bob Kessling in the Tennessee locker room after the Florida 43-30 victory over the Tennessee Volunteers. With us is Tennessee linebacker Lavoisier Fisher. Lavoisier made his first start for the Volunteers. Lavoisier, a hard-hitting football game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Florida, they came very physical, ready to play ball, and so did we.
They talked about Auburn's running backs, but I tell you what, Florida's got a talented group too, don't they?
Yes, I have to give a lot of credit to to the Florida running backs because they're great. They attack the holes hard, and really, you just didn't know what was going to happen. They either break one, either they'll take one up inside. So they have some real excellent running backs.
We heard about their offensive line. Was it every bit as good as people said it was?
The offensive line was good, but I believe a whole lot of people be giving them just too much credit. And they was good, but like I said, I have to give the credit to the running backs because they hit the holes and the seams real well.
Tennessee pulled close in the fourth period, 36-30, on a great reception by Joey KLINKSCALES in the end zone. Joey, congratulations. Tell us about the play.
Well, it was an all-go. It was a 68 all-go, and I just ran on the defensive back's technique, and I got behind him, and I saw the ball coming. I looked up, and I slowed up because I felt like I might have been getting ready to overrun it, and I felt the guy on my hip, and the ball came down, and I just caught it. And I felt like if I hadn't caught it, it might have been pass interference because I felt him bumping me.
Yeah, there was a bit of bumping. The last game against Auburn, you also made a great catch in the end zone. You're making a habit of it now, aren't you?
I'm just, every chance I get to catch the ball, I'm just going to catch it.
It seemed like Florida's giving you a lot of single coverage today, were they?
They were. They played a lot of zone, really. They played a lot of 3 deep, and it really wasn't an opportunity to go deep until really in the second half.
Tennessee was able to move the ball all day long, got 30 points. That's usually enough to win, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, but this game was full of big plays, and you just got to have more big plays than the other teams do.
Another Tennessee player to catch a touchdown pass, Tim McGee, who caught one on Tennessee's first possession. Describe the play. It looked like Tony saw single coverage on it.
Yeah, we watched some films, me and Tony, and we seen that teams have been jumping our quick hitch game, and we was going to go out and fake the quick hitch, and we was going to throw the takeoff, and fortunately the guy thought we was going to run the quick hitch, and he jumped up, and it left me wide open. A perfect pass by Tony Robinson.
Tennessee seemed to open up the offense a little more. You tried a lot more, really throwing the ball deeper than you have in past games.
Yeah, we know everybody, when the films, everybody's playing us up close, and they was going, where's the long ball game at? And we just brought the long ball game back with the emergence of Johnny. It was hard to throw the long ball, and now since everybody coming up key and Johnny is, people like Joey KLINKSCALES came along, and they'd opened up the ways for me, and they can't key on Tim McGee and Johnny Jones all the time. You got to play us honest now.
What's the feeling among the team after the performance? Do you feel that Tennessee played pretty well or not very good, or how do you feel?
Well, offensively, we feel we went out and did the things we wanted to do. We fought all the way to the last second, and we only stopped ourselves twice. That was the last possession and the fumble by Johnny. Other than that, we had one punt, and we did a good job.
One of the big plays defensively for the Volunteers in the second half, an interception by Andre Kramer. Andre, congratulations on the interception. I guess that's a big moment for a defensive back.
Yeah, it was. I was a freshman coming in, and I saw that I knew they were going to try to attack me as a freshman. So it was the second play from second half, and I saw the quarterback going back, and he started looking that way. And I said, they're going to try me. And I saw the ball, and I attacked the ball.
Were you surprised it came right in your hands?
Not really. As a DB, once the ball's in the air, you're like a receiver now, and you go for the ball.
You came close to going all the way, you just barely stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, it was close. I saw when I caught the ball, I was running, and I was looking down at the line. I was ready to make a cut in, and I guess when I went to cut, my foot went to the side, and I stepped out.
Overall, you impressed with Florida's offense today?
Yeah, they were a good team, but we hurt ourselves on the big plays. You know, they really didn't drive the ball on us too much. They just came out and got big plays, big passes, big runs. That's how they hurt us.
So Tennessee now will be out to break a 2-game losing streak in the Southeastern Conference as the Alabama Crimson Tide comes calling next weekend here at Neyland Stadium. From the Tennessee locker room, I'm Bob Kessling. John Ward back to wrap things up in just a moment.
On the CBS Evening News, we bring you world and national events in the clearest possible way.
And on News Center 12, we give you the
43-30, setting up the meeting next week as Alabama, fresh from its victory over Penn State, comes to Neyland Stadium to play the Volunteers of Tennessee. Tennessee Football 84 has been brought to you by Bud Light, the less filling light beer with the first name and taste. By Mrs. Winter's Restaurants, hold on to your biscuit. By First Tennessee Bank, the Straight Talk Bank. By the Big Orange Ford Dealers of Tennessee. And by the American General Light Companies, Nashville.